am Citizen Jones Hussein. It's exactly 60 days to the conduct of the 2023 general election, so get your PVC in readiness to vote at the polls. Now, today on the program, Tinubu greets, opponents at Christmas, says, "We are one," as Governor Zulum asks Borno Christians to pray for peaceful general election. And later on, we'll share this with you. Peter Obi spends Christmas with, Benue IDPs, just as Governor Autumn says he has capacity to deliver Nigeria from her challenges. But let's say I'm hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju, BKO, I greet you. Good evening.
Good evening, citizen.
Happy holiday. And Adewale Adeoye has joined us. Happy holiday too.
Happy holiday to you.
Now the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, let's go. For those gallant men and women who risk their lives to protect our freedom, it's a selfless act of valor, and they deserve our collective gratitude. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, NAF Headquarters, Abuja, Air Commodore Edward Gabwet, he says the force has killed more than 100 terrorists, including some of their leaders in an airstrike on the 20th of December in Borno State. Operation Hadin Kai members achieved this feat at Mantari village in Gezuwa general area. I hope I got that right. Bama local government area. Now, some of the neutralized terrorist kingpins include Khalid Tukur, Maimusari and Bakura Tega. The attack, painstaking, is winnable. The war is winnable.
Yes, we are winning it, especially in the northeast. We are in a much better place now. This set of service chiefs and the officers and men have done a tremendous job. Gone are the days when some terrorists can gather gun trucks and go to an army base to intimidate our soldiers. If they try it now, they are going to be detected, and the Air Force will move in with its air platforms to fry them. It's not the way it used to be. And I'm particularly happy because both service chiefs were in Maiduguri yesterday, and they promoted their soldiers on the spot.
Okay.
This is quite unusual. On the spot, soldiers, air ratings, airmen who had demonstrated valor over time were promoted on the spot. The officers then got commendation. Even somebody, the warrant officer who was promoted not long ago, got another promotion yesterday. And because these soldiers and officers are seeing these service chiefs working in tandem, their men are prepared to give their best. Every time their men see them together, it deepens the unity and the sense of purposefulness within the armed forces. We've never had it this good. And there's a lot that you can achieve when you are working together.
Yeah.
The Chief of Air Staff is of the regular course 35. The Chief of Army Staff is of the regular course 37. In spite of that, the respect that the Chief of... they are not contemporaries. They are not. 37 and 35. They are, yes, they are not mates. In spite of that, the Chief of Air Staff has tremendous respect for the Chief of Army Staff, who by nature of the time they entered the armed forces, he's his senior. You know, he has respect for him. Yes, and the respect is mutual.
Yeah.
And that's why you see them together, they're working together, they are focused, and they are achieving their goals, especially in the Northeast. In the past, we used to report another army base has been breached by these guys. It's no longer happening. When was the last time that Boko Haram invaded an army base? And by extension, our people are better protected. The governor of Borno State told me that this year, that in terms of the yield that they got from the farms, that in a long time, they've never had that kind of success.
Less pressure on farmers.
Yes, because, you know, in Borno State, they have these agro rangers that protect farmers. Then we have the armed forces doing a much better job than before in terms of protecting our people. So people can go to their farms more than they were able to do some years back. So in terms of harvest, it's bountiful. We can still do better, you know, but at least the governor can testify that this is much better than previous year, at least the last 3 years since he's been governor. So I'm really happy that we are seeing progress. The Tucanos were involved in this operation as we would have expected, and these boys were dealt with. This happened just before Christmas, but they needed the DSS to confirm the presence of some of these kingpins before the Air Force could go to town to say, oh, look, these are the commanders of the terrorists who are involved. This attack had happened, this operation had happened like the 20th and 21st.
Yeah, Wale, you know, things like this will make one remember the statement credited to the former British Prime Minister. Never in the annals of human history was so much owed by so many to so few.
Well, a lot of Nigerians may not appreciate the sacrifices that the soldiers are making. But we are in our homes celebrating Christmas, eating and drinking. Some people don't have that leo. They left their children, their wives, their loved ones. They are on the battlefield, waiting to kill in self-defense or waiting to be killed. So, like Babajide said, I'm glad that the Chief of Air Staff and the Chief of Army Staff, on that Sunday, Christmas Day, they were there, not sitting down in their homes drinking wine, but right on the battlefield to share the moments, you know, the take and the thing with the frontline men. And from the report we have seen, if this had not happened, the ISWAP operatives, the Boko Haram, they were about to carry out a major operation. So they had gathered with their truck and were about to advance when they were located. And through intelligence sharing of reports, the Air Force ensured there was almost zero casualty on part of civilians. So they were able to zero in on the terrorists and attack them. And while they were killed, they reinforced, hoping to come back and take away the dead bodies. Then that gave the Air Force another opportunity
to finish
them. So I think it's a very significant feat. If this had not happened, perhaps many homes would be shedding tears by now, because the Chief of Army Staff confirmed that they had planned to carry out a moment, and we know it is characteristic of them. Don't forget that 2013, 2014, Bama was headquarters of Boko Haram. It's a very large place, about 4,997 square kilometers, bigger than Lagos, and shares border with Cameroon. So it was the headquarters, I think, for a very long time. But now, that is not happening. So a lot of people can now live in Bama and, cherish the old tradition and history.
And of course, the fear about farm yields will not be there anymore.
It will not be there. So I think we should not forget that what the terrorists are doing in Borno is very painful, because that's one of the centers of civilization of Africa. If you remember the El Borno empire that extended out to southern Libya, since the 13th century, It has been an historical town. Some people just came and wanted to demolish the old civilization. So I'm glad that we may be moving slowly, but we are not moving backward. Yeah. So I think we are really achieving a lot of gains.
Essentially, we can say the war is winnable.
Yeah.
All right, then let's go to our next story. You know, drug addiction and substance abuse are